Hi, I'm Pete May, co-founder of GreenBiz Group, and I'm excited to be here on GreenBiz Studio today. I have good news, bad news, and good news. The good news is we're going to have a great discussion today about beer and sustainability. The bad news is I'm sitting here in Oakland, California. It's a rainy Friday morning. There is no beer in the office. But the good news, I have a great guest here with us today, and I wanted to welcome Ezgi Barcenas, the CSO for AB InBev. Ezgi, great to have you here on GreenBiz Studio.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, Pete.
Great. And I'm going to put you on the spot. Tell me, I know you probably love all your beer brands. You love all types of beer, but tell me, what is your favorite beer?
I would say Stella Artois is right up there, plus Bud Zero.
Okay, great. Well, glad you gave me two answers on that. But in all seriousness, Ezgi, tell us a little bit about your background, how you got into your role, and what you're focused on today.
Thanks, Pete. So I am originally from Cyprus. I come from a family of farmers. I did a number of years in international development. I've got a background in environmental health, and I joined AB InBev over a decade ago as an intern.
That's great. Yeah, and tell us a little bit about what you're focused on today in your role.
Mm-hmm. So in my role currently, I oversee our global sustainability strategy, more broadly our ESG reporting and engagement, and across nearly 50 countries where we have operations around the world. And we look at it from the whole value chain angle, all the way from how we work and engage with farmers and invest in agricultural development, upstream all the way to downstream, how we work with our small retailers, our customers around the world, 5.5 million of them that are small, medium-sized businesses, and how we work to empower them and close those digital and financial inclusion gaps.
Yeah, well, that's great. So at GreenBiz, we love hearing about what big companies are doing. We also love working with startups. And I know it's interesting. You have something called the AB InBev 100 Plus Accelerator, which is a really interesting project. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, of course. So I'm an engineer by training, so I'd like to think of sustainability as a design problem. In fact, I think sustainability is the ultimate brief for design. If we design our processes, our organizational kind of structures, our products better, then ultimately they will be more sustainable. So back in 2018, when we were announcing our current set of public commitments, our 2025 sustainability goals, we asked ourselves a tough question around how sure are we that we're going to hit these commitments in an 8-year time frame. And we knew how to get there 85-90% of the way, but the remaining 10-15%, we knew that we had to go pursue what I call purposeful innovation. So out of those conversations, we came up with the idea of let's launch a formal program, which actually ended up becoming our signature initiative as ABI, to go and identify those sustainable solutions. So launched in 2018, we recently kicked off the 4th cohort of the program. To date, we have been working with 116 startups around the world in over 30 countries. So we're really excited about the progress we're making and the solutions that we're identifying to tackle some of our greatest challenges across environmental and social sustainability.
Yeah, and as I've come to know the program, a couple things have struck me. First of all, it's global, and I know that I've seen some of the companies and startups in the cohort, and it's from all around the world. It's also struck me as it's eminently practical. I mean, I know you're focusing on things where you can provide value to the startups and they can provide values like in your supply chain, or whether that's around barley or water or whatever. Also, I think you have other corporate partners,
That's
which
right.
I think is great rather than doing it on your own. Can you talk about some of those dimensions of the accelerator?
Yeah, absolutely. So when we launched the program in 2018, and after running it successfully for the first 2 years, we realized that we really can't do this alone. And if we want to get to that scale, and if we truly want to catalyze innovation across value chains around the world that touch each other, we should invite others to be part of this initiative. So a couple of years ago, we invited Coca-Cola, Unilever, and Colgate-Palmolive to be our partners on this journey. And third and fourth cohorts are actually in partnership with them. So they've joined the program where we now come together to identify those shared challenges, to source the innovations, and then to go pilot and share the learnings with each other and with the industry as well. So every year, we put together a demo day where we launched the results and the learnings of the pilots from these startups, so that we can share it again with the broader world and with the broader sustainability community. And it's been fantastic because what we found, and we always knew this would be the case, but didn't realize really at what scale. But a lot of the challenges we're trying to solve across agriculture, water stewardship, circular packaging, recycling, climate action, be it renewables, green logistics, or deep decarbonization inside our own operations, we are actually trying to solve the same challenges. So, this really is increasingly all about how do we go at scale and try to make sure that we're targeting these solutions and identifying them, scaling them, and maybe even testing different use cases or in different markets.
Yeah, that's great. And so, last question. Let's talk about scale and let's talk about urgency. We all know we're in a situation now with climate change where we need to be addressing it quickly. Every company like yourselves is stacking up ambitious goals. 2025 and 2030 are coming at us real fast. Let's say for the accelerator in the next couple years, if we, or particularly you, get this right, what kind of lever, what happens, what's the positive path as it contributes to dealing with the climate crisis out of the accelerator?
Yeah, I would say it's a couple of things. One, if we do this right and if we can get to that scale, we will really be that catalyst around the world, and we hope to be able to share our learnings and bring others along with us on that journey. So they don't have to reinvent the wheel, and they can take those learnings and apply it in their own industries and in their own operations and value chain. So that's one. The second one, which again we found really helpful, and we've been getting a lot of great feedback from the startup communities around the world, is year after year, we're keeping those challenges that we put out there that have not gotten good solutions back or good proposals back yet. We're putting them out there and we're keeping them on our website year after year just to signal to the market, to the academic communities, to the startup world, to the entrepreneurs and innovators that are out there, so that they know that these are some of the challenges big companies like ours are looking to solve, and we still don't have solutions for it. Because what that would hopefully do is actually help feed the pipeline, the innovation pipeline of what today's teams are working on, and maybe in 2, 3, 5 years they'll find some viable solutions for it. So I would say if we do this well, we will not only send signals to the market around what future solutions they need to be working on, but also we will be scaling the current solutions as well that are testing well.
That's great. Well, we have to end the interview now, and it's still not happy hour. Still can't have a beer, but we can think about it. But seriously, I love the ambition here. I love tapping into innovation, I love a big company tapping into the startups. So really cool project, and very excited to see how that evolves over the next couple of years. Ezgi Barcenas from AB InBev, thanks for joining us today on GreenBiz Studio.
Thank you, Pete.